Hey Boomers, it's Boomer Ranger Ron, going for a little exercise today. You want to make sure if you're going to hunt that you stay physically fit. Don't wait till the last minute to get in shape. I know it's just June 10th already. We're almost halfway through the year, and you know that September's right around the corner, and some of you live in South Carolina. Season starts in August, so you got to get ready, you got to get in shape. So here's my vehicle, a Boomer Ranger Ron mobile, and we are at all places. We are at the Trout Brook area. It's a hiking trail. It's also open to hunting in the fall. Sadly, we didn't get picked for Area 56 at Aquarium for the shotgun season. Instead, we got picked for Trout Brook. So it's a challenging hunt, and the last time I hunted here was actually for black powder a few years ago, and I wasn't successful. That said, there's enough land here to get lost, and it is heavily hiked. This reminds me of Monmouth County. You saw when I went down to Monmouth County, New Jersey. Only there were horses. There were horse-drawn carriages. There were people riding horses. So we are at the Trout Brook Valley. There's 1,000 acres here, and a number of trails. Now, fortunately, I think they stopped letting electronic battery-powered bicycles, but you're still going to run into lots of dogs. Dogs must be leashed. Last couple times I hunted here, the dogs weren't leashed. No biking January through April. Well, there'll be biking allowed, pedal biking allowed when the hunting season starts. But we'll have to contend with all that because that's what we drew, and we're determined to get something here. All right? Stay tuned, folks. Hey, good morning, Boomers. It's Boomer Ranger Ron here, getting ready. We are less than 2 months away from the opening day of the Connecticut archery season. Haven't been good at my daily walking and keeping my physical fitness routine, so we're going to do a crash course. We're going to start jumping on this 4 days a week, walking every day. We walked a little bit yesterday. We're going to walk a little bit today. So we're going to walk at some areas that may be potentially open for deer hunting if we knock on some doors for suburban urban. I've showed you this many times before. You see these kinds of protections around new shrubbery. It's a real indication that there's a overpopulation of deer in this neighborhood. Now, last year we came down here, we walked this place. Every one of the trees was torn up by bucks during buck rubs, and the only way the trees are going to grow is if you protect them. But these kind of swampy marsh areas, without giving away too much of my information here, these marshland areas hold a tremendous amount of deer, especially when there's some forestation nearby and lots of condominiums and houses to go feed on every day. So we are going to go for a walk this morning, and you know, we're going to take a chapter out of some of the other people on Facebook right now. There seems to be a blogging style. Lots of people are walking and talking, especially the gurus that are trying to help you build your channel. Some of the retirement guys too. I'm trying to think of off the top of my head now. We'll get it later. We'll put it in the script here. But there's one guy that Rob the Mariner, I think that's his name. Most of his blogging is either done walking, or if he's teaching you how to use how to do a thumbnail on Canva, it might be in his studio. But for the most part, you know, every once in a while they change hands because their hand gets tired. And I'm using a little GoPro here with a built-in handle, so it's I think it's called a Volta. It actually has a battery capability here. It makes the camera last a lot longer. So what you want to do is you want to walk these areas, get some exercise in, get your strength up, and that's kind of important. You've got to get physically fit if you expect to be doing some strenuous hunting. Now, we already have a problem with this particular trail. We're going to have to go move. We're going to have to go move to another area because the town actually closed this trail, and I didn't know that, right? It's a beautiful area, all kinds of things going around here. No through trail. They have closed it because of construction. I think the bridge is out. But the last time I was here, I was able to walk throughout the whole thing. So we're not going in here today, but we're going to try the other side. We're going to drive around the other side and see if it's open. You see all those phragmites? Those phragmites are, the lighting is pretty bad here, isn't it? The phragmites are kind of really interesting and important, but not only here in Connecticut, but Massachusetts, Nantucket, a lot of places that have these marshland areas, they do hold a lot of deer. And the interesting thing is, when you do get a permission to set up near these places, 90% of the time the deer are going to run back into phragmites, so you're not worried about them ending up on somebody's pool cover. All right, folks, we're gonna go find another area. We gotta do some more walking. Maybe just walk into town, go to the post office, go to the bank, just get some exercise. Hunting season is right around the corner. You be sure to stay tuned now. Thanks for watching. All right, we're back on our walk again here. We had to change course because we got all the way down the end and found out the trail was closed. So we're just accessing it by another entrance. I don't know how far this is going to allow me to go. I did drive all the way down and park past the senior center, but you need to get out, get some exercise, and while you're at it, scout new areas. Bring a pair of binoculars with you, which I don't have on this walk, but the binoculars are great because you can spot deer from a further distance without messing everything up. Anyhow, I love these marshland areas. I think these are some of the best areas for urban, suburban type hunting. There you go. You look over there and you will see a deer. So I'm gonna shut the camera off right now and take a picture with my phone and zoom in there, maybe get some video footage. Yeah, pay close attention now. Here's a nice deer right in the edge of the marsh area, right up against the phragmites, and soon you'll see 3 together. This is the most I've seen this summer, but they are out there at various times during the day, so get out there and do some scouting. All right, I just stopped to take a picture of that deer over in the marsh, and I thought I had this problem solved here. I thought I could figure out another way to get into this area, but I guess the town really doesn't want anybody walking in the back anymore until they finish that dam or bridge construction down there. And the National Fence Rental, they put up a temporary fence. So I guess this is going to be the end of my walk today, but once again I want to tell all of you that make sure, if you're a boomer, an aging boomer, whether you were born on the front edge in 1946 or whether you were born on the tail end in 1965, if you're going to hunt, you got to be in shape. Make sure you get your annual physicals, talk to your doctor, make sure everything's going well, your numbers are good. Keep your weight down, exercise, get ready. You've got to be physically fit to go hunting. Never mind dragging a deer out of the woods, but we can deal with that in a later video when we talk about the carts that I have today. The hawk crawler that we used last year was a big improvement over dragging a deer out. And a lot of guys get heart attacks dragging deer out, including young guys, pre-boomers. All right, that's it, folks. That's all for today, and thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. It really does help my channel. All right, have a great day, and